this webinar sponsored by the Center for Teaching and Learning Excellence at St. Leo University. We'll be recording this webinar, so if you'd like to view it later or recommend it to a colleague, you'll find it on our webinar page of our CTLE website or on our YouTube channel. We'll drop the links for those in the chat at the end of today's session. My name is Greg Kunzweiler. I'm the Assistant Director at CTLE, and today's topic is It's Not Just for Video, It's Edpuzzle. So now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our speaker, Isis Salazar.
Hi. So today I'm going to talk about Edpuzzle, kind of introduce myself as well. So this webinar will focus on introducing what this software is and how to use it in your classroom, and kind of explore the dashboards and the ins and outs of the instructor side of using this tool. So I'm going to go over what this is. So what is Edpuzzle? Why should we use Edpuzzle? Go over some of the dashboard views, so how it looks like from the instructor side and how it looks like from the student side, creating a student and teacher accounts and doing an Edpuzzle activity. I'll also go over how to create a class on Edpuzzle, how to add videos to get your students started on using Edpuzzle, and some strategies or ideas on how to implement it in your classroom, followed by questions at the end. So I used to be a science teacher in middle and high school, and I would use Edpuzzle in almost every unit of science when I was teaching. And what started me in using this tool was that I noticed a couple of things happening in my courses. So I noticed when I would assign a video for students to review and reflect, they weren't really completing the reflection piece or the summary piece of watching a video. They would just kind of watch videos for compliance, not really focusing on the information that the video was providing or learning or using it to learn or enhance their learning. They wouldn't remember information presented in any videos or in my screencasts, which I'll go over later, recordings of my lectures or tidbits of information that I couldn't find, so I would create my own. They just were bored and weren't really engaged or immersed in that video. So I found this tool and I started using it. So instead of just giving them links to the videos I wanted them to watch and summarize, I started finding them inside of the Edpuzzle software, and that helped kind of re-engage them, especially with the features that Edpuzzle provides for it. So I also went through some professional developments from Edpuzzle. So I learned how to use it effectively and how to use that interface, which I'll go over as well. So Edpuzzle, and you can watch the video later, but Edpuzzle is an online program that allows instructors to create their videos, rather the videos that they find, gather these videos and create a collection of it, edit them, and embed them with formative assessment questions, with voiceovers, with embedded documents, and also embed them in your LMS system if you so choose. Moving forward, if you would like to participate in using an Edpuzzle later on, I would suggest having your web browser open. But Edpuzzle kind of engages the students, so it's not just watching a video. You can kind of adjust the video to your liking. So I'll go over that in a bit as well. So reasons for using Edpuzzle. Why should you use Edpuzzle? For me, the students weren't just watching a video to complete a task. The video itself is the task, because they have embedded questions and they're doing the learning, they're engaging, they have to focus and pay attention. Edpuzzle allows you to monitor their progress. So when they are watching the video, you can monitor and see how far to completion. You could also monitor their knowledge, so how much monitor if they're learning or not. So using those questions to assess where they are in their learning, or if they understand what the information is telling them. The program offers you different forms of assessments. So you have your choice of multiple choice, short answers. You can even have them respond to these multiple choice or short answers as audio, and you can record your own audio in there as well. You can provide immediate feedback. So as you're building or creating these Edpuzzle videos, as you write your short answer, your multiple choice, you can provide those immediate feedbacks, such as like, you got this correct, or this is incorrect because. So you're allowed to add your own immediate feedback into your questions and your short answer questions as well. And you can personalize it. So throughout your Edpuzzle videos, you can actually add your own voice threads or comments to the videos, or if a video doesn't quite grasp the entire topic, you can add your own tidbit into it, and your students will be able to listen to that and create your own comments and stuff and so on for Edpuzzle. So Edpuzzle allows you to kind of personalize your students' learning in your course. So it's not just watching a video to complete a task, they're actually engaging with the material. So with Edpuzzle, they do offer different tiers of pricings, but with the free version, you get the storage space for 20 video lessons. So you can either upload your own videos, or you can search them through Edpuzzle and save them onto your account, and you're allowed to save up to 20. So they do offer quite a bit, even though your account is free. You can go up to the Pro Teacher account or the custom plans as shown on the screen. So really you get quite a bit of storage space for your Edpuzzles. So here is a view of the teacher dashboard. Now your dashboard kind of changes based on the school or network you're affiliated with. So mine is still tagged to public education, so I get all of these types of videos, but as you use Edpuzzle a little bit more and search for it, your dashboard, the videos kind of refresh and change over time. So in your teacher dashboard, you have your account, which you can access through there. You can add content. So if you find you recorded a Zoom lecture, you can add your Zoom lecture here and then go through it and embed the questions and such, and I'll show you that later. So you can add your own content here. You can search for content there. So if you found a YouTube video that you wanted to create an Edpuzzle for, you could paste it in there and it'll show it up. It'll pull it up and you can start working on creating that video for your students. Or you can simply type in a topic and it'll pull up videos for you based on that topic that you searched. Here is where you would essentially go to look for the videos. So you can use the Discover screen, which is what pulls up when you first open Edpuzzle. So it is already on that screen, or you can click Edpuzzle Originals, which are videos that they have created themselves for you to use. Anything you use and save is usually saved right here where it says My Content and My Network, mostly My Content. So in your content, anything that you started building or are working on or wanted to save for later usually saves there. My Network shows you videos that other instructors are using within your network. So if you sign up and you tag yourself to the St. Leo network, it will show you videos that other professors might be using within your department or university-wide. Notifications let you know when a student has made a comment in a video asking for your feedback, or if students have finished a video, when something has been turned in late, and so on. So your notifications are there. You can see your courses here. So any courses that you have created will show up here, and you can create courses using that little plus symbol, and I'll show you that in a minute. And all of them will be there as the school year ends. Sometimes Edpuzzle will prompt you and asking if you would like to archive a course. So Edpuzzle will ask you if you would like to archive a course once the semester is over or the school year is over, and they'll show up there. So you never really lose any of your videos or any of your courses. They're there. You just have to search for through your archive or your current courses. So creating an account is actually pretty simple. And I will show you how to create an account. And you can create both a teacher and a student account. Edpuzzle actually uses a student account to do any professional development trainings or any certifications you would like. So you can have your teacher account, but the only way to access any of their professional development opportunities is through creating a student account. So you could actually have both. Sure. I'm going to share the instructions on how to create a student account in the chat, and then I'll show you through my dashboard. So when you reach Edpuzzle, you're going to be prompted here. You're going to click sign up. You're going to select I'm a teacher. And you have the option of signing in with a Google account, signing in with a Microsoft account, or just through any email that you would like. If you would like to use this, connect it to your Microsoft single sign-on, the sign in with Microsoft will work, but you can only choose it for either using it as your student or your teacher account. So you have to be very careful which one you would rather have the single sign-on tag to. So once you do that, you're going to enter a dashboard screen, which will look like this. So your dashboard screen will have all of these videos that are tailored to just different subjects that you can search for. So I'll give another moment so you can sign up for your teacher account if you would like to. So creating an account, creating a course on Edpuzzle is actually quite simple. So on your dashboard, you go along to the left side of your screen where it says My Classes. You can click on the little plus symbol and it'll prompt you to create a new class. So here you can have it directly connected to certain LMS systems, or you can just hit create a class and then send your students that link externally rather than connecting it. So you'll create a new class, you'll enter the course name, you'll select your grade level. So Edpuzzle has, you can upscale or downscale your course, which just kind of tailors videos to it from pre-K all the way to higher education. So you can select higher ed, since it's university, and whatever subject you're teaching. So they offer quite a plethora of different subjects. You would want to select a classic type of course that lets you monitor your students and lets you kind of control what students enroll into that course or into your class. Whereas open is kind of for courses, well, if you don't want really to monitor your students in a sort of sense where you just want an open course, you want anyone to join who's not necessarily enrolled in your course. So open just really lets anybody sign in or sign up for your course. You would want to use the classic one. So once you create your class, it'll show up on the left-hand side and you can start inviting students. You could share this code and this link to your Edpuzzle class to your students, or copy the link and post it on your online class, your D2L course shell. As students log in and sign up for their course, their names will show up under class members, and you can see how many students, which students have logged in and their emails and such. You can actually lock the classroom once all of your students have signed up. So that way that kind of eliminates outliers or students from different courses signing up for yours and so on. And you can always still invite students here. You can access their gradebook as well and view any assignments that you'll be creating. So here is an example of a course. This is a science course. As you can see, here are the videos that I have created and assigned to my students. I can sort it by due dates, no due dates, pending to grade, or completed. So assignments that should have been completed. I can see all of my students here. I can even edit their names, reset their password in case they forgot, and remove them from the course. I could also see their progress in the course. So here I can see that this student has only scored a 39. He or she, or this student A, has not quite finished. I can monitor that data and view all the answers and provide feedback here. So as you create your course, this will start to generate that data. And you can download the data as well into an Excel spreadsheet. Now, adding and creating videos. To add and create a video, you're going to want to head back to your main screen. And let's say you want to create a video on the rock cycle. All you have to do is search for rock cycle, and you're given videos that are tagged to rock cycle. You can sort them by subjects. You can sort them by grade level. So if you want a video that's more for higher ed, you can click higher ed, and it'll sort out all those videos that are not for higher education. So you can also sort them by language and country and source. So if you want something that's solely from YouTube, you can click YouTube. If you want something solely created by the program Edpuzzle, you can do that as well. So you have many options in how to find a video. So I'm going to pull one that I've already had. So let's say I wanted to do an Edpuzzle activity with my students on the Renaissance. I searched for the Renaissance, I picked this video. Throughout the video, this one was already pre-made, and you can find ones that are pre-made. Edpuzzle will give you an option of using another instructor's questions and stuff that you can kind of go through and sort and erase or reword and stuff, so you can edit a pre-generated video as well. So here I'm going to edit the video. And I can edit these questions if I do not like them. I can also add questions if I wanted to. I'll go and assign a course while I'm trying to find where to edit the video, because I know you can. Sorry. So you can assign a course. You click all the courses that you would want this video to be tagged to. You pick your dates, your due date, your start date. If you want to prevent skipping, so students skipping around to the end of the video or skip into a specific question, you can turn on captions. You can choose how many attempts you want them to have to complete a video. And then you hit assign. Okay. Once students start to participate in completing their Edpuzzles, their data will start to show here. And I will show you an example with more students in there. So as students are completing their Edpuzzle, you can, like I said, monitor their progress. So student K has completed the entire video, but they scored a 45 on it. So you can see their data. You can see how many times they've attempted to complete the video. So they only completed it once, when it was last watched, whether they completed it or not, or turned it in. So Edpuzzle usually considers a completed assignment turned in on time if they've watched it all the way to the end, to the last millisecond. Here I can reset their progress. So if I did not give them multiple attempts, I can reset it and give them that attempt that I never gave. So if you forget to assign multiple attempts, you could always go and reset their progress. I can make them retry a certain portion. I can unassign it for them. So Edpuzzle also allows you to view this assignment as a student. So if a student comes up to you or asks you or contacts you saying that there was an issue with a certain question or an issue with the video, you can go and view it as a student to see what they are kind of talking about, or even to view it and see if it's exactly how you wanted it to turn out. You can download data based on this particular video. So if I wanted to go back and view the data for law of superposition, I can download those grades and see my students' progress and how my students did on this particular video. So you can add videos by searching here. In the Discover area, you can add videos by searching through Edpuzzle Originals, clicking on those subjects. You can search by typing it up at the top, or you can add your own content. So you can upload a video, you can record a video straight from a web browser, or even add student projects, which I think is a new feature that Edpuzzle has just now added. So back to the PowerPoint. For the next bit, you're going to want to make sure you sign out of your teacher account so you can participate in using Edpuzzle as a student. When you are in the student view of the dashboard, it'll seem very similar, minus the finding videos. So as a student, they're allowed multiple courses and multiple videos and such. So as always, you can see they can access their account up at the right-hand side. Whenever they are in a course within Edpuzzle, it gives them the class code. So as long as students have their class code, they can go in to that specific course. So your class code is always going to be unique to whatever course you create. Students will get notifications on the left-hand side of whether videos are about to be due, or if you've assigned a new Edpuzzle assignment for them, or if you've even provided feedback. So if you've responded to one of their short answer questions, it'll show up under notifications. Students will view their entire list of courses under My Classes, and they can add courses from other professors as well through their account by clicking on that plus sign, as long as they have their class code. They can also see any courses that are archived that they have attended. So if you close out and archive one of your courses, they can kind of still access their old videos and such, but they can no longer participate in that class. It's just archived, but they can still view what they've done. Here, they'll be able to see their assignments. So all of these videos have been assigned to the Edpuzzle webinar and completed. So as students complete their assigned videos, it'll move the video into the completed part of the dashboard, and I will show that in just a second. So this is pretty much a basic view of the student dashboard. As you can see, it doesn't give students the option to create their own videos. Only the instructor accounts have the power to do that. Creating a student account is the exact same as creating a teacher account. The only difference is you have to select student and not teacher. So as you are creating a student account, you can sign up for even your own courses. So you can have that student view of how your course looks like. And you can also sign up for Edpuzzle professional development opportunities that they have. And yeah, so I'll give you a second if you would like to create a student account. When you create your student account, you'll come up to a dashboard and it'll be prompt. If it's your first course that you're signing up for, it's going to give you a screen where it asks you to join a new class. To join a new class, you have to have a unique class code. So on the screen, there is a class code for the webinar. You would hit the plus sign on the left-hand side of your student account, and you would be prompted to type in that class code. You hit find class. And that will automatically tag you into the Edpuzzle webinar course. So now your student is signed up. Once you sign up for the course, you've added your course, you use the class code. This is the screen that you're going to encounter with that class code that was on the presentation, the Edpuzzle webinar class code. Here, you'll see that there are assignments. There's a history example, ELA example, math example, science example, and one for funsies on April Fool's Day. When students reach this portion, they are able to click their assignments. They can see the start date, the due date. You can sort them by due dates or ones that don't even have a due date that are just kind of there. Once you have clicked on a video and completed it, it'll show you in the completed side of Edpuzzle. For example, the April Fool's Day video that has been assigned to the Edpuzzle webinar. Here I can view if I got a question correct or not. I can provide a comment back to my professor saying, yeah, I may have answered this correctly, but I might still have trouble. Can you please help? And it'll prompt them on their account. So here you can see my teacher, myself, provided feedback on what I wrote. I'm going to lower that volume. But with Edpuzzle, you are able to view the question. So as you're going through Edpuzzle, it'll pause the video wherever it's at. And wherever you've placed your question, it'll prompt you to answer the question and answer it. I answered with 100%. Hit continue, and the video continues on.
You know what it is? We'll show you the answer.
So I have disabled the skipping feature,
with April Fool's Day are not officially organized and are often,
and I'm not allowed to keep moving. So on the student side, you'll see that you are unable to skip to certain questions unless you've answered the previous one. So if you've toggled the prevent skipping feature on the teacher dashboard side, your students are not going to skip around the video to answer questions. They have to watch it sequentially. So here are different examples of it. Yeah. So as you guys are looking through the student view and student account, you can kind of see here, I have a new assignment tagged to me that I created while I was on my teacher dashboard. So that shows up, your students will be able to see every time you give them a new assignment, what their grades are once they've submitted their grades. Sorry. Any feedback you provide. So here under their own notifications, they'll be able to see anything that you do based on their results. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out of the student view. So some ideas for using Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle has a blog where they are constantly posting new ideas for using Edpuzzle and how you can incorporate it into your courses. So one of the ways I've used Edpuzzle in the past was a pre-recorded lecture. And this lecture was recorded in lieu of me being absent in the classroom. So I uploaded the video, had the students watch with embedded questions, had students watch the Edpuzzle, and then in the class, we discuss it, or I go over any misconceptions they have based on those results and that data that I got. So you could use it as a pre-record lecture if you're going to be out, or as a prereq activity for a class. You could screencast the lecture for asynchronous learning. You could use it as a hold class activity. So Edpuzzle offers a live feature where if students are signed up into your course, if you want to do the whole video together as a whole group, Edpuzzle allows that to happen, and you can actually control the pacing in which students are watching and completing the video with you. You could also use Edpuzzles as assignments or projects. The student projects is a fairly new feature that they've just released this year. So you can start assigning these videos or having them create the questions for the Edpuzzles, or having them actually create a video to upload. So you have many ways in which to use Edpuzzles as a student assessment or student project. So these are just some ideas on how to use it, and it's very user-friendly. Are there any questions?
There's a cost associated with it beyond a certain number of videos, right?
Yes, after 20 videos.
20, okay. And is there a maximum length of the video?
No.
Could you, if you created a video and you're at your max, you have 20 videos, can you download a video and save it somewhere else on your hard drive or OneDrive, or is it
Not that I've seen.
through the platform?
Only through the platform. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually like the tool. I actually started using it this semester for the first time in my class. So I think the students enjoyed it. You know, it's better than just.
What's an example of a video you did used it for, Greg?
Mine was on nutrition. I did a video on nutrition, but I had different questions right on through about the nutrition facts. I think I'm trying to remember now exactly what. But it's better than just necessarily watching the video and then not always getting much out of it. You know, the part about just the pausing and allowing the students to think and then answer the question, to me, is powerful, because a lot of times we'll share a video that's 10 or 15 minutes long or 20, and they watch it straight through. And I know that's how I am. Like, I totally forgot half of what I just watched, you know, but if you pause it in between to think about specific items that are in the video, It's a lot more powerful, and I think the students retain it a lot better than just giving them the whole thing at one time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Not sure why I couldn't find the edit video portion to show you how to embed the questions. I think it's because I already had assigned, the video I chose already was assigned, so it wouldn't let me edit an assigned video. But usually when you select a video, it gives you the options at the very top: assign, edit, share, public, and then 3 dots. Usually when you hit edit, it'll let you embed a numerous different questions and stuff. So I'm not sure why it wouldn't show me that option, but it is there.
all right, well, thank you so much for participating in today's webinar. We hope you learned something today that you can use in your everyday teaching. If you'd like to apply something you've learned, we encourage you to use the apply and reflect form and earn additional points on the leaderboard. So that's on the leaderboard website. And then lastly, remember to check out this and more videos on our YouTube channel and our webinar page for more information, and we'll drop those links in the chat area. So thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.